Hat Trick Hockey is brought to you in part by Eric Stendel, Remax Capital Diamond Realty, servicing Windsor, Lakeshore, Tecumseh, LaSalle, and Essex County. As a third-generation realtor with a decade-long track record of multi-million-dollar production, Eric Stendel brings a wealth of experience to the table. With specialties in residential resales, investment properties, and new construction sales, Eric Stendel tailors his approach to meet the unique needs of his clients, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Contact Eric Stendel, Remax Capital Diamond Realty today for all your real estate needs. Call or text 226-345-9199 or visit his website, ericstendel.com. That's ERICSTANDEL.com. If he's got 99 in his number, shouldn't that tell you something? Contact Eric Stendel today. What is going on, all you beauts and beauties? Welcome to the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast, brought to you by GL Heritage, the official beer of Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. I am your host, Brett Hedges. The man below me is Tristan McGuire. The man to my immediate right, the man with no hair, is Anthony Toolbox, Tony Caudette, the creator of the show. Oh,
he's got
Widow's Peak and all.
Well, I figured, I went from Cornelius to James Bond, according to Tristan, from when I stood in a wedding yesterday.
You got the bow tie going, and I'm like, you look like James Bond.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shit, it's been a minute, fellas.
It has. 1 second. Let me finish my spiel.
Yeah,
you see that beautiful little sweater that Anthony's got on there? You can get that at our merch store at the merchandise link in our description. Make sure you check that out. It is the holiday season. Make sure you get all that merch to all your HTH fans. And before we get into anything else, Ant, you saw in a random picture somewhere, you're like, what's going on here? There's a kid wearing HTH gear. Like,
shout out to that kid. I don't even know who he is, but what an absolute legend. So he was, I think they were uptown at, I want to say it was Woodcraft they were at.
It looked like a library.
So it was in Ethan's school photos. So I was like looking for him, seeing if I could see him or whatever. And just this hat just jumped out of a picture and it just, bam, this kid's wearing. I was like, what an absolute beauty. So if that kid listens, I seen your photo and I love it. So.
Hey, welcome. Yeah. Like, good to see all those beauties and beauties in their natural habitat. Speaking of a beauty in his natural habitat, Tristan, congratulations for the first time as a coach, you went to OFSA.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Talk to us about that experience.
Well, it was a great experience. Kind of bit of me got to relive the glory days, and the rest was being happy for the boys and very proud of them. They performed their absolute best at the top of the nation, or the province, I should say. And not only that, but
in volleyball, we should say, right?
Probably the shortest team there. At the end of the day, our two left sides, who are our main attackers on the court, if you don't know volleyball that well, for our general listeners, I know you guys do, but our one's 5'11" and the other's 5'7". So to be able to go to the top of the province with those two guys they can fly, they jump through the roof, we did terrific. I think our official ranking was 6th. We lost the consolation final to Crestwood, who was ranked, I think, 6th at the end of the day. So we kind of flipped spots. We were ranked 5th. They were ranked 6th coming into the tournament. We flipped places coming out of it, but we did terrific. I'm very proud. And thanks for the shout out.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Shout out to our Essex Red Raiders
for sure, man.
Doing some great stuff there. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, it's been a very busy week. It's been a little while. I had the flu bug go through my house. I appreciate your patience for all you folks and the well wishes and everything. There's been a lot of hockey going on. And specifically, there's been a lot of action in the PJHL, the Junior C ranks. Essex 73s, the Lakeshore Canadians, couple weeks ago did battle in round 4 of their season series, and Essex comes out on top, ties the season series 2-2 with a 5-3 win. Guys, give me your breakdown on that game, and then we'll go over what they've done since.
Well, Tristan, I'm going to let you go first because you were there, weren't you?
Yeah,
so,
I watched.
Go ahead, bro. You were on the call.
Just to open the scoring, Lakeshore's bad change, and Patrick McManus ripped it bar down. Insane shot, and we seemed to, the rest of the night, just kind of haunt Bo Porosky. It was that blocker side, high blocker. I think we beat him 3 or 4 out of the 5 goals were there. He just couldn't get across. That's all it was. Essex seems to have gotten Bo's number last 2 times we played him. when you combine the two goals for, we had 13 goals for against him in the last two games. So obviously Hunter Welk looks like a better option for Lakeshore coming into our next matchup, which I think is third,
Fourth. I think
third,
it's a,
fourth.
it's a third or the fourth.
Okay, it's the start of next year, 2025. So we're in Lakeshore. We'll see how that goes. But I think
New
Essex,
year, new me. Am
Yeah.
I right?
we're rolling though. The 73s are just since that loss to Lakeshore at home month and a half ago or so.
Alumni night.
Just been
Yeah.
it's just been smooth sailing. Like Essex, they haven't looked back. They took it to Lakeshore and
Still not counting
especially
them out.
Moortown. I think that Moortown game was the pivotal game. We won 7-1 at home versus Moortown. Essex since that point has been stellar, and we picked up Tyler Fleming, who's been outstanding. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Fleming last time that me and Ant were on the pod. Talk to us because you're a little bit closer to him than we are. Talk to us about what he can bring to this team in a little bit more of a description because, me and Ant, a little bit more general with our descriptions of this
Yeah,
guy.
I know it was
Never seen him
funny.
play.
Tyler told me he watched it. And he goes, "Yeah, Ant said I was a stay-at-home."
No,
shutdown
I said he was a shutdown guy.
Yeah, and Flem's like, I don't know about that, but
Say, Flem, do you get scored on? No.
No, he
I guess
doesn't,
you're a
but-
shutdown guy.
but Tyler is a very good. He's like 5'11" and $170, but he's very very good skater. Incredibly hard shot. He's going to be the Essex's best like offensive defenseman. Is who he's going to be.
What I like is he shoots for rebounds.
Oh, big time.
That's
he
what I
always
like.
puts the puck on net when in doubt. Like, and you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't shoot it into people's ankles,
Yeah.
which we were doing for about 3 weeks straight. He finds a lane to the net.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's how he's gotten all of his assists. It's been Nate Dowling right on the doorstep, banging it in. Flem knows what he's doing. He's played in Junior B with the Maroons. He's played in Wheatley. And it's funny because he's kind of a cool story. He's coming out of Talbot Trailblazers program, formerly Essex Ravens, then Essex South Point.
Yeah.
So pretty cool that we get a local product. He might be the closest proximity a player's ever been to actually the Essex home arena. He lives like a block and a half away.
Yeah.
Like he lives, I won't say his street address, but literally right next to the arena. So,
Flem, what's your address?
no, but he lives on the same road as me, Irwin, just right up near the arena though,
Yeah.
on the farther end. And I'm so happy for Flem, and he couldn't be happier to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm happy he's here, man. Both
Like
times.
he's going to be top tier for us. He's already playing top pair. And you know what's funny? His first two games with Essex, which were, I think it was Walpole on the road and then Lakeshore at home, he hadn't had a practice with the team yet.
Wow.
He just went on and played top pair. They were like, yep. He's like, I had no clue what their systems were. I had no clue what anything was. They're just
He's
like,
fine.
go out there and play. You'd figure out the rest. We trust you. And Mike Paley knows him very well, just as well as I do, if not better. Like, Tyler is very good character as well. That's the thing. He keeps his mouth shut. He's not going to take stupid penalties. He's not going to run his mouth. He's very timid.
Yeah.
Not to say he's not tenacious. Like, he works hard. There's an urgency in his game, but he's very, very calm and steady. He's not going to let one bad play mess up the rest of his night, just the same as if he were to get like really emotional. It doesn't happen. Flem's steady, Eddie. So
Love it.
Sounds
Need
good
to
to me. Since we've picked them up, obviously Essex has not lost a game. They're 21-2 on the year. They had a big 6-1 win over Blenheim last Tuesday. And then, of course, just before we recorded this podcast, they put up an 11 burger on the Dresden Junior Kings. It's been a long time since I've been to Ken Houston Agricultural Complex or whatever it's called there. But
Yeah.
but talk to us about this team is firing on all cylinders here, and they're at the top of the division, and for a reason, right?
Well, we're firing at a good time too, right? Like get hot. I think this playoffs start a little, it's like February, like early February, isn't it?
Yeah, the regular season finishes.
I think it'll be end of February.
in
Is it
end,
end?
of February. Yeah.
Okay, but still, that's
February
like,
13th. February 13th, last regular season game against Lakeshore.
Yeah,
wow,
then we'll
see,
get a week
like, see
off.
what yeah. So we only got a couple more months of the, like, how many regular season games did we play? Because we're at what,
42.
Okay, so we're just over the halfway point right now. So yeah, boys are rolling, man. Everybody's doing what they need to be doing, and Adrian McBride, holy shit, has this guy been good this year? And Shanny's been good too. Like the goalie's been good. Picking up Flem has obviously helped huge. Who oh yeah, Nate Dowling right now. Are you kidding me? Nate
Yeah.
Dowling. Holy shit.
Nate just got two in.
So Nate
He's
now
got
has
six goals in his last two.
6 goals in his last 2 games. He's on fire. He's got some assists too. I bet you he's 10 points maybe in his last 2 games probably.
Yeah, he went from being like 2 points under a point per game to now he's 9 points over a point per game.
And the craziest part too is he got off to like a little bit of a slow start, and then now
That's
he's
what I'm
just
saying.
like,
Yeah,
boom, like he's just exploded. And Nate, what timing, buddy?
yeah, he's
Beautiful timing.
Dowling. He's one of those confidence players. When he gets one, he's gonna get another. I said that on the air.
The
and sure
gates
enough,
just
the rest of the
open
night,
for him.
He's,
Everything just opens for him.
he does it very, very well in the right situations. And like I said, he got out of that funk now.
Yeah.
It's a really good supporting cast. He's playing on a line right now with. He's driving his own line. I want to say it's with Dembinski and Levesque.
I love that. 2 grinders with him.
Yeah, I know, and they work hard, and they can shoot too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Levesque's been getting goals, Dembo's been getting goals, but I think technically they're the third line. So
That's fucked.
he's
That's
doing really
wild.
well. Like when you think about that, because he got Shirk is
Wild.
playing top line in lieu of Kuvion, who
Yeah.
was suspended with the intent to injure. So it's Shirk,
Don't get me started
Piccolo,
on that.
Shirk, Piccolo, Guvermont, and then it's Bugley with I don't even know. I'm drawing a blank.
You know what? What I am going to say
But
real
anyhow.
quick about the whole Kubion thing is
Yeah.
like 2 seconds prior to that, Flem got his fucking head ripped off.
Oh my gosh.
Right at the blue line, puck not even near him. And then so Kubion skates over, gives him it was a swift cross check. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he dumped him into the bench. It was,
But still though, I don't think it was anything to be kicked out of the game for. Do you?
yeah. Yes, but they should have called. Yes, only if they had called the prior play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
So
if
what
they don't,
yeah.
then you gotta. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. 10-minute misconduct, 2 and a 10. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Yeah, there's no.
I just thought it was kind of
continuity.
soft.
Flem got absolutely destroyed.
I know he did. His fucking skates were higher than his head at a point in time.
he
Like
got
it was
hit.
fucking brutal.
In the head as who was it? Just going to the bench. Fladoya
Yeah, I believe it was.
crunched Flem in the head, and I'm like freaking out on the air, like what? I thought Tyler was going to be hurt. Luckily, he got up quick, but
Yeah.
it was not even a hockey play. I don't know what was going through.
I don't
whoever
know
hit
if he
that.
like meant because Marco is not really that type of guy on the ice. So I don't know if
No.
he were if they just crossed paths and he didn't see him or something
But
like
it was
that.
like Flem got.
I know he was crushed. He got
So-
smoked.
But yeah, Kuvion. Yeah, I think it was just like a heat of the moment decision. Like I'm going to get back at this guy because
Yeah.
the refs aren't saying
Do
anything.
we know when he's back? Like how long he got?
I think it was 3 games. So he's got one more to sit. But here's the thing with that is as he cross-checked Schladoya, the bench door opened. So that's kind of like why it looked so bad too. He cross-checked him like over the bench door and his skates got stuck on the lip.
Oh,
He
okay.
just did a face plant in the bench.
So that's probably why it looked so bad then.
Yeah, and it was kind of a I don't want to say a dumb decision because I don't want Kuvion to pump me in the face, but
No, but
it was kind of like you could kind of see it, kind of like everyone on Essex's bench was like, they
at
saw
that,
it coming.
yeah, at that point, are we better off to just fight? Like as bad as it sounds?
Well, that's the thing. Later on in the game, who
You
was
get
who lost
less.
the scrap? It was the next game versus Blenheim the following week. Number 2,
Someone wanted
Fieldhouse wanted to
McManus.
fight McManus. Yeah, Fieldhouse was mad because he was a -2 in that third period, and I had clipped. My dad actually recorded it. Shirk scored, and then I think Stonehouse tries to bury him, and Shirk stood right in his face.
Yeah,
and
I've seen
cheered.
that. Yeah,
And then Guvermont kind of come in and they did a group hug like around him.
yeah.
So it was they were getting into his head.
And you know what? Good job by Patty there too, because that's not really the spot to fight in a 6-1 game. You know what I
No,
mean?
and not only that,
So,
there was 5 minutes left. He
Yeah.
did a suspension for the next game.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so-
right, if you fight in that last 10 minutes of the game,
Yeah.
so he avoided that.
And if you instigate it, you're probably going to get another 1 or 2 on top of that as well. So, there you go. So,
Brett
yeah,
wants
so-
to fly. Look at this.
Yeah.
What's
so
up?
there you go. All right, yeah. Oh, also too, speaking of we're in the Peach, did you guys see the Amherstburg Lakeshore game last night?
Yes.
Well, I was just about to mention that because the Essex 73s, of course, are sitting at first in the division at 22-2, and I had a whole segment planned about okay, what are the only difference between Essex and Lakeshore is just this Lakeshore loss to Wheatley on the year, but of course that was before given the broadcaster's curse, right? Lakeshore goes into Amherstburg, and Russell Vaughn just absolutely puts on a show,
You
and
think?
Amherstburg comes away with a 2-1 win over Lakeshore. Lakeshore is now 19-4. Essex has a 6-point lead over them in the division right now, and it's an absolutely game changer right now. And in terms of for the past week, that's the biggest story of the week in the whole league.
That's the only time Lakeshore has been kept to 1 goal this season.
Wow.
Fuck, I'm trying to think when's the last time they were actually kept to 1 goal.
Last year, they
game
got
6
shut
with
out.
us.
Last year they got shut out in the home opener by Wheatley 3-0, and
Okay.
then I'm not counting playoffs. I was just thinking regular
Okay,
season.
I was thinking of Wyatt.
1-0. We
just-
did
yeah.
beat them as well.
Yeah, but still though, man, this kid in Amherstburg, this Vaughn
Oh,
kid.
Vaughn.
Oh my God. Hey guys, what did I say 3 weeks ago, a month ago?
Yeah.
Did I not say Amherstburg's on the rise?
Well, here's the thing: they got a new coach, and
I
it's
know, but
really
that's-
paid dividends to them.
Sometimes look at the kid. They got some nice pieces over there, man. They got
Yeah.
Jack and his brother now. They got Sagan now. They got that goalie now. That Kelly kid's playing good. Frickin'
Kelly, yeah.
Sanderson has been good for them this year. They're starting to piece everything together, man. It's been nice.
Wysick, their
Yes.
16-year-old, he's very good as well.
Mhm.
Jack
man,
Wysick, yeah.
Yep, I'm telling you, man. They're on the rise, boys.
Yep.
I like to see it.
They're going to be a good club.
I know they're gonna.
And I don't think they're done adding because they've got a lot of tangible pieces that they can move around.
Yeah, they're definitely, like I said, they're.
One thing to note, both between Lakeshore and Amherstburg, is they did not use that graduating player rule where you get a 0-3 to drop down. So they still have the opportunity to do that.
And
Interesting.
Have someone who
I think
maybe
they're-
not. Sorry, go ahead.
When's the trade deadline? Isn't it this?
So there's
is it
two
this
different.
month?
There's two different deadlines. I think January 1st is the drop down date for anyone
Okay.
who wants to get the extra year of junior and not be counted as like that superstar contingency or
Oh,
whatever.
okay, yeah.
Because there'll still be an overage year, but you have to be like not counted as that card. So you'll just be a generalized junior B card. And then there's like February the 1st, I want to say, is the
Trade
deadline.
Like
Yeah.
trade deadline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Player movement deadline. You can
Okay.
sign APs afterward, but you can't sign a card.
Oh,
I'd
also
imagine
too,
Essex will be busy in the next couple months. Yeah.
we want to say also good luck to Jaden Sagan too, who now just joined the Amherstburg too. So
Yep.
we want to say good luck to him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tough time of the year, right? Because
Yeah.
a lot of guys are going to get shipped to different spots, right? There's
Yeah.
a couple different spots, right? It's drop down season.
Yeah.
And guys are going to get displaced because of other guys coming in from other levels, and it's a tough time for everybody right now. A lot of movement going on in the league.
You know what's funny? Lakeshore is, I think they're 2-2, maybe 3-2, since they had two players drop down from Junior B, which is kind of funny. When the roster should have gotten better, Kyle Green
Yeah, that's the
Drops
one
down.
name that I heard. Yep.
and Tyler Trelu, who actually comes from Junior A Division 2 up in the NOJHL with the French River Rapids. He was originally actually an Essex 73's AP years ago. Went up north, went to the States too, played around a couple junior leagues there. Then he comes back and he scored against Essex, but they've been struggling. I guess that's what happens when you put that kind of new injection into a lineup. It could change things, but I don't know. It's just Kyle Green is one of the best shooters in Junior B. I don't know why he chose to drop down because he's having a good season. LaSalle's having a good season, but ultimately he drops down. Maybe it is that extra year of junior because he'll be there next year as well. But the thing with Kyle Green is,
Big kid too, right?
yeah, he's probably 6 foot and like 190 pounds.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm thinking of the same guy.
Yeah. The thing about Green is Lakeshore now has three guys who are probably the top three best shooters in the whole division. Aside from McManus, like they've got Trevor LaRue,
Who can hammer it?
they've got Kyle Green and Nicholas Rosati, the 16-year-old Windsor Spitfire draft pick. Like these kids, they're good. They're very good.
Yeah, they can snipe.
And I thought when that happened and they were coming in to play Essex, I was scared. So I am impressed that we came. Was it 5-3 or was it 5-2?
I think it was 5-2.
Let me see. Double check.
I wasn't
Sorry,
sure,
guys.
but either way, Adrian McBride played a big part in that game.
5-2. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So, no, it's fine. But the thing about, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Boys are buzzing,
not
man.
doing as well as I thought they would. I thought they would just be a complete wagon now, and I thought that would have brought them up to Essex's level on paper.
Yeah, but I still look for them to catch stride. It's gonna happen.
Oh, for sure.
It always does. I never, ever, 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 ever count them out. Ever.
Because in theory, the only true strong point we have over them is our defense core. Everywhere else, they can match up pretty well, especially in net. I would give them the slight advantage, although we've proven to score more on them than they have on us. So we'll see.
What were you gonna say, Brett?
I don't remember.
We can move this along now. If you want.
But I was going to say, I was
PJHL.
going to say, I think that win for Amherstburg says a lot more about Amherstburg than it does. Like it's more about a positive for Amherstburg than it is a negative against Lakeshore.
100%.
Yeah,
right.
of course.
Amherstburg went
100%.
up 2-0 in that game. Lakeshore got a goal late in the first period, and then Amherstburg just held on. Both teams, they both teams didn't score, right? So it's almost like a stalemate the last two periods there. So congrats, for Amherstburg to come up.
That goal was a power play goal. So 5-on-5, nothing against for the Admirals.
And also, too, we
Which
only
is
beat
impressive.
Amherstburg 3-1 last time we played them too. So
And it was 2-1 for a long time.
it was
Yeah.
3-1 with an empty netter.
Yeah.
So
So that's why I was saying, that win puts Amherstburg at 10-10 on the year. Right now they're in fifth, right behind Wheatley and Moortown, right? Then there's Lakeshore and then Essex, of course. But I think, if we're going to see any team make a little jump, maybe this win over Lakeshore is the indication that we need, that maybe Amherstburg is that team that might jump into the top four, maybe
They're playing with some
unexpectedly this
swagger.
year.
they're playing with some
and
swag.
not to say that Amherstburg can't steal a game from Essex or Wheatley or Moortown or anybody, but that helps Essex a lot in standings going into playoffs.
I
Because
agree.
now it's going to pretty much, I don't want to say guarantee their home ice advantage, but even if Lakeshore wins their last two matchups against Essex, wait, hang on. Yeah,
Well,
the series is
so
tied.
Essex has a game in hand, so they've played 24 games. Lakeshore has played 23. So Essex is up 6 points right now because they're a
Right.
game up. Yeah.
So, but we would have the head-to-head on both their two losses against the opposing opponents.
Is that right?
So
Okay.
I think we would still, because we haven't lost to anyone except Lakeshore. So
Yeah.
we would still have first place, even if they finished with an identical record.
I
Although
see.
I'm not exactly sure because they would have the head-to-head on us. So I'll
Well,
have to see how that play out. So
It's going to be a good test for that division, those third, fourth, and fifth teams, because
big
on
time.
Tuesday, December 10th, Moortown's in Essex. Johnny Chartrand coming back to play the 73s. Then the next week after that, Wheatley is at Essex again. And then before the Christmas break, the Essex 73s travel to Amherstburg on December 21st.
oh, that's right.
A couple nights before Christmas. And who knows, maybe Russell Vaughn will have a nice present under the
At
tree.
home,
Hey, I'll take it. Hey, I spent a lot of time in Amherstburg. You know me, guys. I'm an Amherstburg kind of guy. So maybe I'll be in there in attendance. I'll be cheering on my Admirals that night. I look
Maybe a
really good
little-
in double blue, boys.
Brings out your eyes.
Jaden Sagan revenge tour.
Hey, man.
I mean,
I love
fucking-
narratives like that. Why not? I want to see the kid score hat tricks one
The
day.
craziest part
No.
is if that happened, it wouldn't surprise me with a player like that. To be honest,
No,
with
he's
you.
good.
Yeah,
Like
When
he
you
came
have to
here
let
from
go of a
Richmond-
player or send a player away that's got that much skill, that says a lot about your organization. But also the fact that you can send that player to another team and he's going to make them that much better helps with the parity of the league too.
absolutely.
I'm curious to see if, just a last note here, if Middleton ends up playing somewhere.
So okay, so he was
So
traded.
he got traded to Wheatley, but he's I'm gonna word it in a kind way. He's opting not to play there.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens
We'll
when
see
something
if he
like that
goes-
happens?
I think that Wheatley does have his rights,
Okay.
and they can either release him or trade his rights elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see maybe a player like that playing in Amherstburg too, man.
I could see. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think he AP'd here last year in the playoffs. Lakeshore.
Think so, yeah. Oh,
I think he would help their defense, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a great defenseman.
Why not? Like, they've got, obviously they have Prince, who's their big guy. They got Cyrene as well, who's another force. He's won defenseman of the year a couple times. And it's like, who else do they have as a left shot? They got Gavin Wasilek, who's a new signing this year. I think he's got the size on Middleton, but Middleton's a good player, so we'll see.
Middleton would add a little physicality too, because he likes to hit.
Yeah.
So
and we'll see. But at the end of the day, good trade for both sides at face value. But Essex, Flem's proving to be a perfect match. So
yeah, love it.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I think Tristan's gonna blow a gasket because we've got a fun topic coming up here. It's snub season in Windsor around here in the southeastern Michigan area. You know that Team Canada, the World Junior, Hockey World Junior Championships. Team Canada announced their preliminary roster, and Windsor Spitfire Liam Greentree, one of the best players in the OHL, first round draft pick from LA, he's not on the list, and someone who was arguably going to be a top 3 pick in the draft this year, Michael Miza, gets left off the list as well. Tristan.
Yeah, but AJ Spells, he made Team USA.
Yes, for sure. That is amazing. I'm really happy about him. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Stick taps.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome. Yes. But, it's Liam Greentree.
Why?
And another thing that bothers me about this, okay, we're going to get into it here.
Oh, boy.
He's the captain of, I believe they're still first. Yeah. Or is someone past them? No,
London's in first.
London, okay. So they're top 3 in the entire OHL, ranked highly in the power rankings of the CHL, and this guy's their captain, and you leave him off the invite list? Not the team roster, the invite list. That is lunacy.
This is also the organization.
Let's bring a 19-year-old who's barely a point per game and from frickin' Guelph or something like what? No. And now we're going to get into Michael Misa.
Oh, boy.
This kid is rolling at almost 2 points a game. Him and Porter Martone, both in their draft year. Martone makes it, obviously, whatever. He's 6'4", 6'5", giant. Mario Lemieux-esque. But this kid is unreal, okay? Michael Misa is a franchise talent. He is going to make a difference in a franchise wherever he goes. Look at what he has done for Saginaw this year. Him and Perek have been carrying. Because Saginaw lost a lot of their good overagers who are gone. Well, they don't have overagers, but graduating players like Owen Beck and the former Spitfire there. What was his name?
Alex Christopoulos.
Yes, Christopoulos, yeah.
Josh Bloom.
Exactly. All these guys leave, and you're left with what? Or Matthias Sapovalov. He was another guy too. And all you have is Michael Misa. And he has been carrying the load. Big time. Oh, but sure, let's leave him off. He should have been the first or second line center on this team. Martone made it. James Haggins made it, who Haggins has kind of been Scouts #1. He's playing out of Boston College, I want to say, in the U.S. Crazy talent, but he doesn't put the puck in the net nearly as much as Misa does. Obviously, different talent levels, but I just feel for Michael Misa. And now he has to watch his teammate go too without him, Zane Perek. I just saw him post. I literally, full disclosure, he posted on his story "Oh, good luck, buddy," to Perek, who just got named to the addition on the list of the players on the team.
Yeah, he was left off first.
I wrote Misa. I sent him a DM. He'll probably not read it, but I just said it should be you, man. I feel so bad for him.
And for a tournament that gets driven off of star power, you know what I mean? It's in Ottawa. Why wouldn't you at least put him on the roster?
And think about how this hurts his draft stock. It's already debatable for him to be in the top 3. All kinds of scouts go and watch the World Juniors because it's the only show where you see all these players play at their same level. Mind you, it's only 7 to 10 games, sure. But what the heck Like, that is ridiculous. Now this kid who's arguably trying to squeak his way to a first overall pick. And if he ends up going first overall, that will be hilarious. Like, if he is an unreal playoffs in the OHL, and then they just end up going, oh, yeah, I hope this guy one day just ends up finishing his career with like 1,400 points. And he just looks back and he just goes, hey, buddy, yeah, you, Mr. GM of Team Canada World Juniors, you left me off your team and you got silver medal because of that.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Yeah, like, and I hope what I hope doesn't happen is that somebody gets hurt or something in the training camp, because then they can almost ask anybody, right?
Well, see, that's the thing. They did that. That's why Parekh went. Someone got hurt. I think one of the defensemen on Team Canada got hurt, so that's why Parekh went, which is ridiculous. Because there's about 3 other defensemen. There's a guy, Muse. I think, is he with Kitchener? Or no, is he with the Ottawa 67s? I think he was at the 67s.
I think you're right.
Unreal player. He didn't even get invited, and his literal coach is the head coach. I forget his name, but the 67's coach is coaching the team. So it just goes to show they're like, no, we don't care. And it's this idea we're going to talk about. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to talk about it, but the Team Canada for the Four Nations Cup. It's the same thing. They're trying so hard to fit specific needs on the roster. Just put 4 scoring lines out there.
Yeah.
Who cares if the other team scores 4 goals? You're going to score 14.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
I agree.
Michael Misa on this roster, it's ridiculous. I can't even fathom it. Oh, yeah, but hey, let's have, like on Team Canada, let's put Seth Jarvis out there. So we got to make sure we beat Finland. Yeah, okay, you got Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon. And another thing, too, they invited Brad Marchand, who's like past his prime. Marchand's having a bad year with Boston, who's dwindling around 500. It's just, I don't even want to talk about it. It took a lot of old heads. Crosby is good. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. But there's a couple that I'm like, what? Like Seth Jarvis? Cirelli, I understand. Perfect fourth-line center. That makes sense.
Anthony Cirelli's awesome. Yeah.
He can score. And guess what? He's a perennial Selke candidate. I think this year he's going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
it's ridiculous. Like, John Tavares doesn't even get a sniff of this roster. Matt Barzal? Come on. But Seth Jarvis, trust me.
can we kind of go back to something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Michael Misa 1-game sussy.
Oh, yeah, for flipping the teddy bears over the glass.
Intended, but
He didn't even make one over the glass. He was just flipping them up.
I think he got one over.
Did he?
But yeah, but still, it's a fucking teddy bear. It's not like he's taking a slap shot into this. That is the softest OHL. Like, give your head a shake. You're kicking out one of the best players for a game for shooting a freaking teddy bear. Complete joke. Like, it's like all the stuff going on in the league. And then
the rules are the rules, Anthony.
I understand that he shot something out of the surface.
Yeah, Misa needs to quit being a Mennonite.
Yeah, but like, that's stupid too. Like, you know what I mean? So you're calling me hardworking. Okay. So, like, you know what I mean? Some shit just makes no fucking
Chirps,
sense.
he gets suspended for saying you're a Mennonite.
Yeah.
You hear
like,
that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
and then you
man.
get the one, like I said, one game for shooting a teddy bear. Like, I get it. He shot something out of the surface, but still, come on.
It's getting soft.
Give him a 10-minute misconduct then.
Yeah,
like unsportsmanlike.
Like, go to the box, buddy. Like, leave the fucking Bears on the ice. You know what I mean?
And he's frustrated too, because I get it. It's really upsetting. You're on the road and
you're
you get
dash one on teddy bear
like,
night. The Bears are flying over the boards.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
and you already know Sportsnet's zooming right in on your face, so it's
yeah.
not. It's reminiscent, obviously not to the same degree, but I don't know if you remember Leosh Anderson when he got the silver medal. He grabbed the silver medal and he fired it in the crowd.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, that guy's gonna enjoy it more than I will, so he can have it," or something like that. It's like, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what else you got, Brett?
I just wanted to, before we go, because I think World War III is happening up in my living room upstairs here.
Same here.
I just want to give a shout out. AJ Spelcy does get to go on the USA roster.
Yeah,
I think he would be a good fit for that team, and I honestly wouldn't I think like if he comes back to the Spits next year and he could play on that team again next year and maybe even be the captain. I think like he has that much legs in that organization. I think he could be a big leader for that team.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I want a USA Spelcy jersey now.
Oh, also, I want to pull up one last note. There's a guy who's on Team Canada's World Junior team. His points per game is insane. So he's a pick by the Washington Capitals. I remember him being drafted because I wanted the Wings to maybe have a look at him. His name's Andrew Kristall. Kristall plays in the WHL for the Kelowna Rockets, right? He was drafted in the second round, 40th overall by the Caps because of his skating, right? They were all like, skating's one of the most developable things in the league, but like look at developmental things, whatever. It's able to be developed. In 19 games this year, he has 47 points. In the WHL.
Jesus. Did he break the game?
This kid's unreal.
Jesus.
Just think about that.
Let that sink in, OHL. I want to know why, because the WHL is not soft.
Yeah.
Jesus. Figure it out.
Unreal. So there's a lot of star power on that team then.
Oh, yeah. Like Kristall, he's a playmaker. He's not, but like that kid's passing. And the same thing with Greentree was his skating. They always kind of, will his skating improve? Like I said, look at Braden Point. Terrible skater, skinny little kid coming out of the WHL.
Lights it up.
Stevie Y drafts him, takes a flyer on him, I think in like the third round. Look at what he is now. A top
player.
5 goal scorer in the league. Like the guy's had 40 plus goals like 4 years in a row. He's unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
For sure.
Know what else is unreal?
What?
Ant's gonna move into a new house.
Yeah, so this is the last episode that you guys are probably going to see in this house. So after that, this is like 180 eppies in this house, man.
180 right on the dot. Anthony, what has the basement meant to you and to the podcast before we go?
Well, let's put it this way. A lot in regards to this show, like a lot has happened in this basement. I'm going to kind of miss it in a way. But
I signed my contract to be on the show in that basement.
You did. And it was like my first episode was shot down here. I've had many interviews down here. Tristan and I, you as well, Brad. We've recorded many episodes in here. It's kind of bittersweet, you know, because it's like the new place is like double the size and way nice. So this house I'm in right now was built in the 40s. Okay, so the house that I'm moving to, is maybe 20 years old.
Okay.
So it's like
that's pretty nice shack. I seen it.
Yeah, big upgrade for us. As you guys know, we got the golf sim and stuff going in too. So, spoiler alert, you're probably
we get it.
Yeah, no. You're probably gonna see us play some hockey players on that.
That'd be fun.
Because it's not only for me, it's for content too.
Cough, Carson Woodall.
Well, Bugsy.
Who knows?
Bugsy. Bugsy challenged you, didn't he?
Bugsy. When that simulator is set up, you get a couple of you boys from the 73s, and if you want a shot at the champs, you come get it. That's all.
Patty would for
can't
sure
use Paley. You can't use Paley either. It has to be players because Mike is disgusting at golf.
I know. I've watched him at Kingsville Golf Course.
Yeah. So
that guy on a par 3, 4 inches from the hole. Like,
he's disgusting. He's nuts. So, Mike, sorry, love you, but you can't be in that.
Also, Mike, we got to get you on soon, buddy.
Yes, we're gonna do that. So, also too, I've reached out to Mike as well. I've talked about us maybe going in there over a day and recording a bunch of 73 interviews as well. So, we're gonna look for that.
We've got to do that.
We're going to do that soon.
I think some of the guys are just honestly a little camera shy.
Well, I don't.
Because some of them I want to get them on, like especially
get
Nate.
Over it.
Nate is a good guy.
I talked to Nate the other day. He said he'd be down.
People talk is cheap.
Hold you to it, Nate.
Talk is cheap. You know how many guys I talk to and they always go, "Oh yeah, I love to do that."
Then we'll stop talking about them until they do.
You know what else we got to get on here? Braden, we got to get Braden Catano on here. We were supposed to have him on. He fell asleep during his interview schedule time.
Yeah, that's all right though. All good. We'll end up getting him. But yeah, boys. So we're looking forward to the new house and.
Yeah, good for you, Ant. That's awesome. So, you got to be pretty excited, eh?
Yeah, but it's pretty stressful too at the same time. Like everybody's like Steph too. Like we're both kind of like, because we're at the point where it's like it's
a lot.
It's near the end. You know what I mean? And it's
a lot to do.
The whole process.
Like 38, bro. Chill.
No, I'm talking about this whole process.
Moving process.
No, not me. Not me as a human being. I'm talking about
it's getting toward the end. Time to get a will going, baby.
I'm talking about the whole moving process. Like it's almost over. So I just fucking want to get in this other house and just settle in, man, and just be
Yeah.
done with it. And also, too, um, I'll say it, December 30th, we're headed up to Oshawa, where we're gonna do some stuff with Swift Hockey, which is a hockey
Oh.
stick company. So we're headed up there. So I'm
Interesting.
gonna tell you guys now if you guys want to come. Obviously, you can.
Yeah, thanks.
But so the plan is we're gonna shoot up there. We're going to tour the like factory and shoot a little video on it and stuff like that. And then we're gonna interview with them and we're gonna just see how they got started and this and that.
Like you and your brother?
If you guys can come too, you guys are
When
more
you
than
say
welcome.
we're though, who are you talking?
Well,
like-
me, Drew, and my buddy Jordan was gonna go too.
Okay.
And if Brett wants to go, and if you want to go, there's room.
Oshawa?
So we're going to Oshawa for the day. Yeah.
Oshkosh.
So and then we might have to go on the ice and do some shit with them too with their sticks. So
Did they like supply sticks to any teams?
look them up.
We're
on
gonna
Instagram.
find out.
Okay.
Look them up on Instagram.
Like,
so
Do
at
any of the
first,
guys on the Generals use them?
I'm not sure. So the guy messaged me and he asked if we wanted to collaborate with them, and I thought it was a joke or whatever. Well, I click on their profile; they have like 20,000 followers. So I was like, okay, well, this is definitely them. And then we've been in touch ever since. So just look for us in Swift Hockey. There's going to be something coming.
That's
Yep.
That sounds really exciting. No
Yeah.
more teasers.
No more teasers because there's more coming up, but that's all we're going to drop for you right now. So just to keep everybody in here, just to, you got to be quicker than that.
I'm so happy that I was able to come back and like get an actual conversation with you guys. I've been so dialed with school. I'm sorry, everybody, all the listeners who like me. Probably none of you.
Tristan fans.
Yeah,
Tristan
but-
just likes to ghost us for like 8
Yeah, he
to 10
likes to
days at a
ghost us for
time.
like 3 weeks, and then he pops in the chat like, "Hey, you guys ready to record?" And then here we are.
Oh,
that
okay.
was today. That was literally today. I was like, I've got all kinds of time. I've done a lot of
it's all
studying
good.
this week.
Bro,
I feel
listen.
prepared. So
We understand
We
that you're
know.
busy with school and this and that, so obviously school comes first. So
yeah, well,
we're not gonna we ain't
I'm
gonna
excited
hate
for
on
next
you.
semester because I don't have a Tuesday night class.
And not to mention too, you also shot us the warning on that stuff was gonna get a little crazy for you. So you kind of told us that, hey guys, I'm gonna be in and out of episodes.
And also,
so.
I promise next episode that we do a general hockey discussion. Brett, I did do a deep dive research, but it's a long explanation on the CHL NCAA rulings now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because it is doing, there's a big change in the scape of hockey
Okay.
nationwide,
knew-
and even like internationally, U.S.-Canada relations.
I knew I had the right person on it. I reached out. I said, Tristan, I think
Well, because I was curious myself.
Yeah, I
How
knew you
was
would
it
be.
to go.
What are you gonna put me on that? Come on.
I
Let's be
you
serious.
could have done it just as well. It's
Yeah.
it's all
Not even
available
close.
online. It's Hockey Canada lays it out. That's one of the nice things.
It's huge.
They gotta
Huge.
maybe work on what's allowed to be said on the ice, but
Yeah.
Could be good.
Grow up, Owen.
Okay.
we're done. We'll let
Yeah.
you
We're
fly.
done.
And both of you guys have families.
Yes, we'll try and get together before.
Maybe
before
we'll get
Christmas
together
if
during
we
the
can.
holidays when I move and we'll shoot one in person. At the new place
Yeah, we'll
or
have to do like those
Well-
we bring the boom.
Yeah,
We'll have to do
don't
like
even-
one of those things on
Listen,
TikTok.
we will fucking fight if you bring that on our show. Those guys annoy the fuck out of me.
I'm gonna hit him up on
funny.
TikTok and be like, give her a podcast to shout out. Hat-trick hockey brings the boom.
Oh my god, I'll be like, are you serious right now?
The double chunk chocolate cookie.
Yeah, maybe I also want to get us all without recording or having to work to just a little shindig during the holidays for us all.
I'm into that.
So
Sounds
we're
good.
definitely going to do that too. So, all right, Brett, let's get out of
Perfect.
here.
All right, folks. If you like the merch that Anthony's wearing, make sure you get to our merchandise link in the description. Follow us on social media. Hammer that YouTube channel
Yep.
and get us some extra followers there. From all of us here at Hat Trick Hockey, thanks for tuning in. For Tristan and Anthony, I'm Brett saying so long. We'll see you next time on Hat Trick
Yeah.
Hockey.
I've lost my fight with time. My numbers up and up the line. I gaze at this darkness, so empty. Just looking for the light. Shout for help, but no one's there. Need a guiding hand, someone who cares. All alone in the darkness, I've realized for the first time I am scared. If I could do it all again, if to say.